Howdy, and welcome to episode 8 of Running Out of Breath, the one, the only, the place to get your marathon listening ears podcast. Blah, 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 yeah. Well, I'm here. Old Town South, baby. I'm back. You know, that's almost entering do we cut that territory. But we're not. We're going to roll with it.
It's here.
It's here. No edits. Hey, by the way, Bat, we have made it literally to 8 episodes, and I have never had to do an edit. I've added the intro to episode 6 and episode 7, but I've never had to be okay, that was awful or that sucked what we said right there, and I had to take it out. So there for a little while, I didn't have the editing tools, so it had to be perfect.
Yeah.
So and we did it, and for the first 5 episodes, we were flawless, and I never was crap that. I got to get some, which I do have editing software now, but I didn't for the first 5. So we ran flawless. Hope everybody is doing great today. Hope all you had fun participating in the massive exodus of loot that was given out. If you did cryo runs, hopefully your cryo runs went good. Bad. I'm just gonna say something real quick that comes to my mind. I can't tell you yesterday how many people that me and Atlas and Fallen ran into on Outpost, and they were also running free kits because they were out. They had just used everything on Friday.
I have 2 guns left.
I'm struggling too. I did a few barters today to get some stuff back because I plan on trying to play, one final last time before Tuesday. But oh my gosh, dude, can you imagine if Bungie were to release a statistic how much loot was lost over this weekend? How much loot their engine or their system registered value-wise, how much loot was lost?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think the community wants to know that number. I really don't.
Right. By the way, I just want to take this moment and say, Bat, it's good to have you back, buddy. I promised you, listeners. Yes. I promised you guys he would be gone long. I promised you he'd be back very, very soon. Couldn't keep him away, but great to have you back, buddy. Bat, we have a banger for all of the listeners today. I'm gonna go ahead. We'll keep the format, everybody, as usual. We'll talk about our war stories from over the week and over the weekend. We got some notes. We're gonna talk about what information that we do have confirmed for upcoming season 2, and then at the very end, we've got a very pleasant surprise. Actually, we may even we may start off with this or whatever, but I'll go ahead and spill the beans. We have a season 1 gun tier list template and episode for you all today. Yes, you heard it. We are doing, I love tier list videos, Bat. I love tier list videos in Overwatch. I watch tier list videos in almost every game I've played. And I've always said to myself, dude, I would have so much fun making a tier list. Bat, what better way to use the one, the only, the Marathon podcast platform, the place where people come to get their marathon therapy, to sit back, drink their coffee, unwind, listen to our sexy voices, or more in particular, your sexy voice, not mine, and listen to our tier list video, lol, podcast.
That's a great way to do it.
Oh, man. Okay. The coffee's hitting hard right now.
I got to ask you a question, because I had seen this kind of in our discussions, but you had mentioned that we had actually hit 250 downloads. Was that just on Spotify?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Bat, for pointing that out. Everybody, thank you so much. I got an email from the source that I use, and it said, congratulations, your podcast has hit. Now, this is a combined from all sources, and this is a combined from all episodes, but our podcast has 250 downloads. Let's clap it up, dude. Like what?
That's crazy. Like
200.
that's more than 25 people per episode.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it's
because we have 7 that are alive right
yeah.
now.
We literally have. I've joked about it, a cult following. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, every episode we have a crowd of about 30 people that downloads us. So just
And
thank
I feel like
you.
it's growing.
It is. It's growing. Right now, funny little sidestep. Your episode. Well, you've been in all but one, but your episode 6 and Fallen's episode 4 are competing head to head for first place. Y'all. That's last time I checked. So episode 6 and episode 4 are like duking it out. Like it changed. Like one day, for a while, Fallen's episode was leading, but now episode 6, kind of out of nowhere, it's leading the most downloads. So
I think
that's fun
it's
to watch.
because I'm probably finally dialing in my audio. So
Yeah, you're sounding
hopefully
better.
that will help.
Yes. Yes. Well, bet.
And
Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, that sexy voice will come through a little better now.
That's right. That's what I like to hear. Bat, we have a lot to talk about on this episode, but I think this would be a great starting point. I'm going to take this opportunity, and then I'm going to revert it to you. I'm going to take this opportunity to just free ball and give my overarching thoughts of season 1 of Marathon. This game has had it's been a rocky or complicated journey would probably be an understatement. But the Marathon community has stood strong, and we have stayed tight knitted, and for those that have stuck around to this point, are clearly very passionate about the game, despite all the outside noise. And it's been a while since I've made this many memories in a game. Like, we've got a lot of great memories playing with Lonely and Coco and Overwatch. Oh my gosh, and the other games we've played. We got memories everywhere, but Marathon has just brought something different to the table. Pretty much I haven't experienced anything like this since Destiny, honestly. The people, I think the best thing that has came out of Marathon Season 1 for me personally is the relationships we've built, Batman. Meeting Fallen, growing close to him, running with him all the time. Honestly, now starting to grow close to Atlas Forged. I mean, me and him played last night, and it's as if we have been playing for years together, just the way we were talking to each other. Even our gameplay chemistry, the way we were body swapping with each other, and the way we competed was just good. But that's been my biggest takeaway, dude. Just me honestly getting back into the content space. Like I'm back in the YouTube game. I've got the Tiki-Taki now, and it's just fun, dude. Like, I don't think either one of those platforms are ever going to take off. And that's okay if they don't, because I'm just having fun. Like, I have so much fun, like, recording a goofy moment that I do, or a cool moment, and putting some music in there and doing some edits. Like, it's just fun for me. And like, even on the TikTok, like I'm kind of starting to do some networking with some people on there too, that I'm low key hopeful will result in us getting to play with one day, and maybe even that turning into more podcast guests. So I continue to say that to everybody. Like, we look forward to getting more podcast guests on the show, and that will be coming. So brace yourself, everybody. But Batman, it's just been the gameplay is so fun. It's good to have that Bungie magic again. I just love the networking we've done. I love how we have. I ain't gonna toot our horn. I'm not gonna toot the horn, but we might actually. I haven't got no email, and I haven't got there. Might be another one, and that's awesome if there is another Marathon podcast out there. But there is a chance we are the #1 Marathon podcast. There is a chance.
Really?
There is a chance like that we are just the only ones holding it down as far as podcast wise. So, this has been fun creating this, and I thank you so much, Pat, for joining me on basically every single episode and being a partner in crime with me. We've been friends anyway, but this is almost a dream come true. So thank you, Bat, for being here with me and just all the people we've met, just thank y'all. And it's just, dude, it's just been good, dude. I could sit here and be all sappy, for another 5 minutes, but I've just loved the relationships we've made, Bat, and the memories we've made. And this has given me an avenue, like I said, to get back into the content creation space. And it's been a ride, dude. It's been a vibe and it's been a ride. And I'm pumped for season 2. Bat, I'm turning it over to you. What is your takeaway and overarching thoughts and opinions of Marathon Season 1?
So I kind of want to go back to the very beginning, with the initial beta release, that little time frame that I played. I had this buddy that was watching the game for about a year, super excited about it. He's like, I hope you guys try it with me. I don't play extraction shooters. Well, I tried it, and I loved it. It was so good. The full game came out. I didn't have the money day one, because it came out, I think, on a Thursday. I got paid the next day, bought it, and immediately joined him. The buddy I'm talking about is Old Town South.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I'm obviously not hitting it as hard as you are in the the content creation space, but I am streaming a lot more than I have in the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Even if I don't talk during a stream or something, if I'm by myself, I'm still having fun, even if I'm getting mad at myself. But it's just overall such a good game. And I've really enjoyed the journey. I was really hoping to get Profiteer Season 1, but unfortunately it's not in the cards for me. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 500,000 today or tomorrow. It's been a lot of fun, seeing how Bungie has taken the steps that they have with this game. When I heard about Season 2 and what their plans are for even past that, Season 3, Season 4, possibly Season 5, that brought me back to the first time that I saw Bungie in Destiny give us a 3-year plan. And I was like, okay, so this is a company that they're thinking way ahead, and they want to make something good. I'm hoping that trend continues with Marathon. I'm excited to see, the new maps, the new gameplay, the new character that's coming out, learning how to, use the new weapons that are coming, creating that new connection between our characters in the game, as well as expanding on the relationships that we've made. There's been a lot of good memories since I started playing this game. That it does take me back to the Destiny era. And I won't lie, I miss Coco and I miss Lonely. Been a while since we played with them. But I've had a lot of fun on this game. And it's helped me through several rough patches in the last couple of months. So, if nothing else, I appreciate it for that. And I want to thank Old Town for actually inviting me. I believe I was the first person he asked, and I didn't say no to being on the podcast.
Yes, you were the first.
I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. I didn't know if I was going to be good at it. know if I was going to bring enough to the table, but I feel like I've done fairly well since we started. Even though my audio has been an issue, I think I've finally resolved some things. Gotten some stuff figured out. I'm hoping that continues as well. And I do want to thank everybody that downloads the episodes. It's really cool to like have us kind of geek out about that. And it doesn't sound like much from like a bigger streamer standpoint, but like 250 downloads with less than 10 episodes to us is a huge deal.
Amen.
Because that's numbers.
Yes.
I think Chase and I would have been okay if there was one person listening to every episode.
But that's not the case. Like, but Bat, we have like 30 people ish listening to the episodes.
So
and some more than some episodes more than that.
Right. So it's just really cool to kind of see that play out. I'm excited to do our little tier list here in a little bit. So
that's going to be fun. And a little brief shout out to Coco. She actually started because I think she hasn't listened to the podcast yet. We're gonna eventually get her around to it. We'll eventually get her around, but to my knowledge, I don't think she's listened to it yet. But I did actually play with her a couple of nights ago, Bat. She got on Marathon.
You did?
Yeah, she did. May 27th. I guess I've got notes.
Sad.
I keep notes of like how our days went. So like May 27th was the night me and her played. That was May 27th. May 29th was our cryo night, and then yesterday was May 30th. I've got notes. So I've got notes kind of on all those days for the war stories. But yeah, a little shout out to her if she ever gets around to this episode that she actually started this journey with us. She took the leap.
Yeah.
And she was like the highest level. She was the certified third for the first month, if not a little bit longer than that, of our marathon career. So shout out to her. And she actually did get back on the other day. And I hope she had fun. We had some rough matches together. But hey, we ended on a banger though. Our final match was really good. And that made me happy. So I'm glad she got on and played. Bat, thank you for taking the leap with me. Thank you for taking the leap with just agreeing blindly to, I'll do a podcast. I'll be almost a permanent guest for a podcast with you. Thank you, Bat, for taking the chance on me and taking that leap. And also, Bat, you said it yourself. You are not an extraction shooter guy. Thank you for taking the leap with me on trying a game that is out of your comfort zone. And I'm happy that obviously we've had some rough nights. We've had some emotional nights. But overall, I think it's safe to say you've had a blast with this game. And that is music to my ears. I want to say one more thing before we get into war stories. No, you know what? Vibes are high. We'll go into our gun tier list, and then maybe we'll end with war stories. Bad if this game ended tomorrow. All the talk, this game's cooked, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to get into that real deep, but you know what, Bat? If this game ended tomorrow and a bunch of people went in comment sections and called me a clown for supporting this game, for supporting a dead game, you know what? I will wear that clown title proudly because I've got like 170 hours in this game. I actually technically paid more than $40 because I got the deluxe edition. So, but hey, even then the math, like I paid like $60 for the game. And I've got 170 hours. I've pretty much more than doubled my time. Like I have if the game ended tomorrow, I got the bang for my buck, but just the memories, the new friendships that have been made, I will wear that clown title proudly because like this game has been awesome. And by the way, this game ain't going anywhere. We've got big plans for season 2, and I even think season 3. Like you said it yourself, they've done laid out a roadmap. And you know what? Yeah. Even if this game, let's speak worst case scenario. I don't even like putting this in the air. Let's say this game really does only last a year. Bat, we're gonna have a ball. For $40, for $40 to $60, sign me up for that. Sign me up for a year of all these memories. Like, sign me up for that. I just wanted to put that out into the air. Bat, it is time, brother. Let's give because I know there's some other people that love tier list videos. So let's have some fun, dude. Let's give a season 1 gun tier list video for all of our beautiful listeners. A few disclaimers. So we're going to give you all the format really quickly. Gold weapons will not be taken into consideration. We may give some thoughts on gold tier. I probably will throw in some mentions. The guns will not be judged on their gold tier because pretty much anything gold is good. We will be judging these guns on their base set with attachments, like green tier, like base, like either base, just the weapon in its base form. We're pretty much at this point in, like, everybody's got at least green attachments. So, you know, we're throwing that in there, like green attachments, purple attachments, blue attachments, etc., etc. What we're just not taking into consideration is gold. That's something that makes a true big difference. We will be grading guns on a scale from D tier to S tier. D tier equals dookie tier. The gun is bad. We hate the gun. The gun's awful. And we think it probably honestly needs some help. Bungie could maybe give the gun some help. C tier, it's alright. It's alright. It's kind of an emergency gun. You know, you've been killed by an enemy team and you find this gun on the ground and you've got to use it. But this is a gun you kind of still stay away from for the most part. That's C tier. B tier is rock solid. It's steady Eddie. It's nothing that, it's not meta. It's nothing that shines, but you can always depend on it. B is great. B is rock solid. A tier, A tier and B tier, I feel like in tier list videos tend to blend kind of together. Like, if you've got something in B tier, it's going to be good. And obviously, if you got something A and above, it's great. But A tier, you know, we're looking a little more like, hey, we've really used this weapon a lot. We feel this weapon is super duper great and super duper reliable. And, you know, you can be at comfort with this weapon, you know, if it's in your hands. And obviously, S tier, pretty much one word attached to S tier, meta. This gun is meta. It shines above the others. It does its job extraordinarily well. Bat, are you ready?
I am.
We will start with assault rifles. I will go down the list. We will then go to submachine guns. And Bat, we will rotate who goes first. That'll kind of keep it fresh. So, like, you know, like
okay.
So like I'll go first on the first gun. But then I want you to go first on the next gun, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get it popping. I am firing out the gates. My first gun on the first ever gun tier list for Running Out of Breath is the M77 assault rifle. I gave this gun a S tier. I love the M77. When I was doing my grading, I was between a very high A with the M77 or an S. I went ahead and went with a S tier because just how this is the workhorse, in my opinion, of the ARs. I always feel good when I have this thing. It has a good fire rate. It doesn't bounce that bad. And it actually, quite frankly, for using light ammo, it hits pretty hard. It has a built-in AUG scope that can be rotated between AUG and iron, depending on your ranges. This gun is not a expensive gun to acquire. If you've got the schema for it or you've unlocked the upgrades, I think it's almost only like 3,000 credits to buy this gun. They are quite lucrative. It takes light ammo. This gun is just an absolute banger. I have seen Fallen and Atlas and you win so many fights with the M77. And actually, it was a gun I was sleeping on for a while at the beginning of the season. Like, it wasn't something I was really using. And then I slowly started discovering, wow, this gun is really good. I am firing out the gates. I've got S tier for the M77. I absolutely adore this gun.
I have the M77 S tier.
Let's go! Let's go!
The only gun in my arsenal at any given time.
W's, bro. I love you. By the way, spoiler alert, audience. I have no idea what Bat's tier list is. He has no idea what mine is, and I have no idea what his is. So, Bat, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. The biggest reason that I put this at an S tier is because I personally think that it is one of the only weapons that stays consistent in its performance from gray tier to purple.
Well said.
Regardless of whatever attachment you put on it, it's going to feel the same but slightly better. But I can take that gray and I can go absolutely wreck face with it.
Yes.
I can't say that about most of the guns.
Yes. Yeah.
For me, if there was another tier above S, if it was U for Ultra, I'd put it in U. M77 is the GOAT, in my opinion.
M77
it's the god of the gun.
It's so freaking good. I adore the M77. All right, Bat, you're up first. The Overrun AR.
Okay. This gun's dookie, dude. D tier. Can't stand that gun. I will delete it every single time. It's on the ground. I'm leaving it and pretending I didn't see it. If it happens to be in my inventory, I'm chucking it across the room. Hate this gun. I have had several with better attachments on it. It made it okay, but I still wouldn't pick it over any other gun in the straight up.
All right. Great. Yeah. Guess what, guys? Following right behind Batman. Bat, did you look at my notes? Bat, I have the Overrun AR in the Dookie tier. This gun is terrible. Do you feel confident using the Overrun AR against somebody that has an M77?
Not even close.
Not even close.
Like, you might as well jump off the map and just give them your loot.
Might as well. This gun in its base form is absolutely terrible. The fire rate is really fast, so you basically got to have the gun up their butt to do what it kind of needs to do. It doesn't, and to me, it doesn't have a big enough clip to compensate how fast it shoots, because it feels like you're just constantly having to reload and it's not accurate. This is Dookie tier for me. Also, this is a gun that needs help. Now, this is a gun that I could see a promising future for it if it just got a little help. And that's up to Bungie. I don't have any really good ideas to bring to the table, without making it oppressive. Maybe they could look at slowing down the fire rate just a tick, making it a little more accurate and upping the mag, or they could keep how fast it shoots and they could up the mag. I think that's one of the biggest things I noticed. Yeah. The range is not good on it either. The range is dookie. This gun feels like an a SMG for Call of Duty that just fires like an Uzi. This feels like an Uzi from Call of Duty. It's meant to be up and close at a insanely high fire rate. So I don't like this gun.
I would say that the Overrun with purple attachments feels like an Uzi in Call of Duty with nothing on it.
Yeah, agreed.
Like that's how big of a difference that is. It's bad.
Yeah, it bad. Okay, moving on.
Bad.
This next one's a little tricky. The Impact HAR, heavy rounds, hard hitting, slower automatic. I gave the Impact HAR a B tier. It's okay. It's fine. It's in the middle. It's not the biggest issue with the Impact HR is it bounces real big. Mouse and keyboard players probably could use this gun better than controller players because they've got more recoil control than we do. Um, if you, I would suggest like if you build this gun around balance, like making it more steady with like a good barrel, like a barrel stabilizer or like a good grip on it, that would help. But overall, like I don't think this gun, it's a little nichey. In the right hands, it could be fine. I've gotten downs with it. It does hit hard. My opinion, it's the little brother to the M77. It uses heavy rounds. Heavy rounds is a little bit more difficult to come by than light ammo. And in my opinion, I mean, it does technically hit harder than M77, but to me, the M77 it's just still the clear leader. It's the impact. It's just the little brother. Why use the Impact HR when you could use the M77? That's what I ultimately come around to. It's fine. It's B tier. If they want to tweak it and make it meta for a season, I'd be down with that. But yeah. Anyways, Pat, what's your thoughts on the Impact HR?
Following right behind Old Town South, I put the Impact HAR into the B tier.
All right, we are 3 out of 3. We are 3 out of 3 so far. This is actually wild.
I will let you know that I feel like that will change at some point, but I think we're staying at a good pace.
Yeah, we got a good pace right now. I can't wait. It is going to be funny when we have something that's just drastically different.
So there are multiple guns that I would pick before the Impact. If it's in my vault and I'm going to a certain map that has not overextension on range, but it's not super close quarters, that's where the Impact kind of shines. It's that middle ground. And there aren't very many weapons that I've played with that feel that way. Because, like, as soon as you get into long range, it's really hard to use.
It is. It's
and
really
as soon
tough.
as you get into up close combat, also really hard to use.
Agreed.
For me, it's a really like circumstantial type of weapon, which is why I put it in B tier. It's not something that I would just leave, but it's not something that I would pick.
Yeah, agreed. I without staying too long on the Impact, like you said it perfect. Like you get out, like you get too far, it struggles because it kicks so hard. But you get too close, and SMGs and shotgun and SMGs are outperform it because it shoots too slow. So it's just got a niche range, and you got to play a type of way with. Like you got to be aware of that when you use this gun. So yeah. All right, Bat, you go first because we got a lot of guns to go. Bat. Tell us about the V75 Scar.
I have this gun in the tier list of A. I will confidently say that I don't think that this is the best gun in the game. But if I have to pick something just straight in the lobby that I know I can grab and have a really good chance of downing somebody, the 75 Scar is what I'm going to take. It's also a really cheap weapon, and I have been playing free kits pretty much since day one. The 75 Scar is one of my favorite free kits there is. I've wrecked face, even going up against like blue tiered shields as a free kit with a white shield, and I've won. So that's why I put it in A.
Well said. I have also put the V75 Scar in the A tier. We are 4 for 4, Bat. And you said it best. I really can't top it. I'm really only going to add one thing to what you said. The V75 Scar for the price you can get it. It performs so well. It's so consistent. It's so steady. Um, I have won some of my 3v1s with the V, and I've got some of those clips on TikTok and YouTube. They're shorts. I was using the V75 Scar, how I won that. This is another gun. I adore this gun, especially for the price. This could be what I would not. Joe Ziegler said that be ready to have a weapon sandbox shakeup in season 2, which that excites me to the core. You know what? They may get crazy, Bat, and they may make the V75 Scar hard to find. They may buff it, but make it hard to find. I can't wait to see what they do with it. But yeah, I adore this gun too. The only other thing I will add is this gun feels extra good on the triage shell. I mained him a lot in season 1, and if you use your like battery overcharge ability, whatever that the triage does, and you pop a runner's shield, it actually EMPs them. And that is very noticeable. Very, very, very noticeable. So, the V75 Scar feels particularly, it excels more for triage. So, alrighty, let's move now to SMGs. Bat, kick us off with the... No. You kicked us off with the V75. I will kick us off with the BR. Apologies, listeners. My son, he is lighting it up in the back. So if you hear a baby, I will try to mute when I can. I promise his mother is taking great care of him. He is upset about something right now. Hey, yeah, and wife just popped in and said, yes, he is. All right. The BRRT SMG, I gave this gun a B tier. I think it's fine. It doesn't. I have mixed feelings about the Burt. Sometimes I use this thing and I'm like, oh, this feels good. Sometimes I use this thing, I'm like, I don't know. You can definitely notice the range drop off with this gun. Like if somebody is so many meters out, the Burt's not going to do like any damage to them. But you can argue like that's okay because it's an SMG. But it's got an interesting fire rate. It's a burst, and it can feel good if you've got it built to be sort of steady. This gun can be like a cleanup gun where you like slide in and almost in a weird way treat it like a shotgun, and you can fire from the you know, and get that cleanup down. But I don't mind the Burt. It's fine. I give it a good rock steady in the middle B tier.
So we have our first discrepancy.
All right, let's hear it.
I actually have this in A tier.
All right.
The reasoning is probably weird. This actually kind of goes back to Coco. She ran this gun back in that first month constantly. Like, it was her gun. And in the right hands, this gun can outperform many, many weapons. There's also, I believe, there is the gold version of the weapon, but I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a unique version, and I'm pretty sure that it's fairly strong. I've used it several times, and I liked it. I only wish that it didn't consume ammo as fast as it does. Because I feel like you have to bring in quite a bit to really get any performance out of it.
Okay.
So that's like the only drawback that I kind of feel.
Yes.
Because a lot of people rock with burst weapons, like the volley.
I think Bungie likes burst weapons.
Yeah. Trying to think of.
I circled the
I know
Burt.
there was
I circled
one.
it, and I wrote. I'm actually that's been our first discrepancy, and I'm keeping up with what we have different answers on. So this
Yeah.
is fun.
I'm check marking everything that we agree on.
Yeah. right. Yeah, no, it's funny you brought up Coco. Yeah, she adores the Burt, and that was the gun she always got excited about getting. So I had actually forgotten about that. So yeah, man, I like the Burt.
But yeah. I mean, it's good.
All right, let's go. Bat, kick us off with the Bully SMG.
Okay, I don't think this one comes as any of a surprise. I got her in S tier.
Yeah, boy.
It's my go-to. I'm telling you right now, my loadout, M77 first slot, Bully second slot. I have ran that combo so many times and been successful. It's nuts. Even with the nerf that it had, it still feels super strong. You just have to build it in a little bit of a better way now. It, like, before it was great and then you got better with the attachments. Now it's good and you get great with the attachments.
Well said.
I put it at S.
Well said, buddy. Well said. Following right behind Bat, come to no surprise, I have the Bully SMG also in the S tier. It is meta, in my opinion. It is meta in Cryo Archive. It's meta in Outpost. It's meta in Perimeter. It's meta. It's meta everywhere. It's so freaking good. It hits outstandingly well for an SMG. It's so steady. It's like a laser, and you don't even have to have like the best attachments on it to make it a laser. Like if you got deluxe purple tier superior purple tier attachments, it's just a laser, dude. I never had the opportunity to use the gold variants, but dude, the way that gun ramps up the more and it has a drum mag, and it
it's nuts.
It's actually broken crazy. God, I would have loved to have used one, man. The Bully is just the unquestioned king. It's the standard. So the M77 is the standard for assault rifles. The Bully SMG is the standard for SMGs. This gun's amazing. I really can't say anything else about it. S tier. All right.
Absolutely.
Moving on. This one's gonna be fun. The Copperhead RF, light rounds, fast handling, a pocket rifle. All right. Welcome, everybody, to potentially the first hot take. I like this gun. I've got the Copperhead RF in the A tier. It is still the little brother to the Bully SMG. It's not on that level. In my experience, it shoots surprisingly steady for being as high fire rate as it is. It uses light ammo, so it's not going to hit as hard as the Bully, but it's got an insane fire rate. Fallen was telling me one day when we was playing, this is one of those guns that he has trouble using with. He's like, I don't know what it is about the Copperhead. I just can't get downs with it. I've sort of had the opposite experience. I can get downs with this gun, and that one night in Outpost where me and you clutched in Pinwheel, a 2v3, guess what I was using? The Copperhead. Yep. Them guys, they had high ground. Fallen went down. He was right in front of us, but they had guns pointed, and even though I rezzed him twice with my prime ability on triage, every time I rezzed him, they just gunned him right back down. So they had us, they had high ground, but we were patient. I still to this day, that was such a great moment for me and you. We played that so well. We knew nobody except a rook was going to push us from behind. So we knew we could confidently play the waiting game, guns forward. They finally got impatient, and I just peppered them down. with your help. We just peppered them down one at a time, and the Copperhead is what I was using when we clutched that 2v3. I like this gun. That's probably my first hot take. I look forward to seeing how it performs in season 2.
I have the Copperhead in the A tier.
All right. Okay. That surprises me. All right.
Simply based on the fact, I don't think that this weapon costs a whole heck of a lot to purchase if you have a Schema.
Mm-hmm.
The drop rate that I have seen on this gun is extremely low. I rarely see this gun.
That almost might keep it out of S tier just because you never see it.
Yeah. So I think I've maybe held that gun 3 times, but every time that I did, I felt really good with it.
Agreed. It felt good every time I used it.
And any time that I died and lost it, I was using a different weapon. Like, it was in the second slot and I was using the primary.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
So
you didn't die with you didn't die using it.
No. Exactly. And I think most of the time I was using like a green version of the gun. So I can't really even imagine what it would be like with a blue or a purple attachments on it. But it just felt really strong when I used it the several times that I did. So not like a whole lot of background knowledge on it, but I would still place it A, because I would definitely grab that. I'd still grab it instead of like an Impact.
Awesome. So. Well said, buddy. Well said. All right, Bat. This one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be interesting here. Kick us off with the V22 Volt Thrower.
I have that in the B tier.
All right.
Little known fact, I did not know this was an SMG. This entire time, I thought this was like an automatic pistol. Like, no shot, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I went to go look up the tiers, or for the weapons for this tier list. I'm like, wait a minute. That's an SMG? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I reckon so.
I think that I would still probably grab it over, what I've got in the C tier and the D tier by far. But I wouldn't take that gun in over a Burt or a Copperhead.
Agreed.
You're
1v1ing somebody in Outpost.
Yeah.
What do you feel more confident with? A V20,
a bully
or a V22? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
No, I would definitely take a Copperhead before I would the Volt Thrower. That's where I'm at.
So we have a discrepancy with this one, but you're not too far off from where I am. I put the Volt Thrower in the C tier.
Yeah.
So this gun grew. So this gun, I gave it a low grade, but it did grow. Like if you'd have asked me the first month, what do you think about the Volt Thrower? I'd have told you Dookie. But it grew on me a little bit as the season went on, because I did find some use for it. I think it's one of the best emergency weapons. Like if we made a tier list of like emergency weapons, it's one of the ones I would probably pick, honestly.
Yeah.
It's good against ads, actually. The way again, Triage uses it even better. I have a actually soft spot for Volt. I actually dig Volt weapons. Personally,
they're solid.
They are. I really like Volt, and
they're also one of the only weapons that can replenish their ammo just because you're walking.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Bungie could do something that would take the Volt Thrower from C tier to B tier, maybe even A tier if they did one little thing. Here's what they could do from the one simple little thing they could do for me that would immediately make this go up in my tier list. Make it to where it it holds its starting. I'm going to try my best to say this. Make it to where it holds its beginning rate of fire longer. Does that make sense?
Its rate of fire dies down extremely fast.
That's my issue with it. Because like you're sitting there, you know, like that's my issue with the bolt thrower.
So like I'm gonna throw this in there. My experience was actually the opposite of yours. I used this gun a lot in the beginning of the season. Even in the beta. And to be honest with you, I really, really liked it. I probably would have had it in A tier. But as the seasons progressed and I've used other weapons, it just kind of fell a little bit for me. I really liked it, but there were better options.
You just discovered how much better other options were. Yeah. Well said. Well said. All righty. Good stuff. Good stuff. This next section is probably going to be the most difficult one because so many of these could go is tomato. It could go either or. Did I kick us off with V22? Who said first on that one? I can't remember.
You did.
I did. Okay. Bat, we're going to move to precision rifles. Kick us off with the BR-33 volley rifle.
The volley rifle, S tier.
Oh!
That's my third place gun. If I have to pick up a gun that's not an M77 or a bully, volley is in my backpack. Period. I'm taking it. I love this gun. Even in gray to purple, like the whole range is so good. In an instance, just real quick, I'm going to throw this in there. There was a one game, I think you can watch it. I think it's on your channel, or it's on one of our Twitches, where I had gone down an outpost and Fallen was like, I don't care what happens, I'm getting Batman. He's like, he's too important. And when I stood up, I mean, he was like picking these guys off with the sniper, and he had them down multiple times.
I remember.
But by the time that I got up, they had used all of their self-reses, all of their heals, all of their shields, so they had nothing. I literally stood up and went, dead.
Yes.
And I was at a distance.
Yes.
But I can feel very confident close up with that weapon. So that is my third place S tier gun.
Well said, buddy. Well said. Very close behind you. I put the BR-33 volley rifle in the A tier. I love this gun. This is a gun. It's one of those. I always feel good with it. I always feel confident. It can compete in multiple scenarios. It can compete in mid-range. To a minor degree, it can even kind of compete in close range if you fire from the hip. If you've got a good barrel on it and you've got extended range, it can kind of, you could keep a sniper at bay. It just depends on how far the sniper is, and it depends how good of a shot the sniper is. But you could, with some good movement, you can kind of, poke a sniper and you can make them back up, or if not, if you're really lucky, get it downed with the volley rifle. And yeah, man, it's just this is a great weapon, and it's been a pleasure using it in Season 1. Also curious to see what they do with the volley rifle in Season 2. Okay, moving on to the Strider M1T. This is one I did not get to use this gun as often as I would like to have. I kind of had a hard time, not as hard as others, but this is one of those guns I didn't run across very much. When I did use it, I give it an A tier. Like what the gun is trying to accomplish. It's like a DMR. It's a scout rifle. It can contest snipers in Dire Marsh and Perimeter. if you're in, which you very often you'll get into those type of fights on those maps, especially the way the meta shifted towards like the last month where snipers became so dominant. They always were good, but they even became more prevalent at the end of the season, in my opinion. And they also, the Strider, I think, became a little more valuable when they took away thermals on snipers were nowhere near as easy to come by. I dig the Strider. When I got to use it, it felt good. If somebody was like, "No, Old Town, it's a B tier," I'd be like, "Okay, that's cool, that's fine." Like I could get down with that. That's a kind of a tomato. It could be B, it could be A. I definitely do not think it's S tier, but I definitely don't think it's Dookie or it's even C tier. I think it's fine. I think for what it's trying to do. Like if somebody closes the distance with you and that's all you got, you're cooked. You're going to die. And that's honestly where the volley rifle probably has more of an edge. The volley doesn't have the range of the Strider, but if somebody closes the distance and all you have is the Strider, you're cooked. But for what it's trying to accomplish, it's great. It's fine.
Yep. I've also got it in A tier. I didn't get to use this gun as much either. It was another one of those weapons that had a very low drop rate, or at least in my games it did. I did get a gold one when I hit level 100, and then we went to Outpost and I immediately lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I had games like that too. I had games like that too where I got so sad. I'm like, "Oh, I wanted to use this."
And it was even worse because it was just because we couldn't exfil. So nobody in the community has my specific Strider. It's just gone.
That breaks my heart. But I have used multiple of them. And, gray tier, I think, struggles a little bit. But green, blue, purple, they're all very, very, very solid choices. Perimeter and Dire Marsh are where I would use them primarily. If I'm trying to shoot someone in, like, Outpost from a distance, I would pick that. I'd probably still pick the volley first. But the Strider is very, very solid.
Great feedback, buddy. Great feedback. Yeah. The Hardline PR. Wait, did I? Why do I keep? I gotta remember. Did I lead that one? Did I start off with Strider?
Yeah,
because you just got through talking. Think, Old Town. Think. Drink more. Hell, let me get a hit right here of coffee. I think that was needed in that moment. All right, the Hardline PR. I gave this a B tier. I'm not real crazy about, and I think a B tier is generous. I think it's the little brother to the Strider. I think it's the little brother. I won't spoil too much to the other options that's available to you. This gun is atrocious if you don't have a scope on it. If you have which a lot of the free kits, they're like, this gun could almost be C tier for me. I chose to be generous with it, and I've got it in a very low. I've got it in a very low B tier, borderline C. It could use a little help. If you put some decent, like if you put a scope on it. If you give it a barrel and give it a decent chip mod, I don't remember if it can take a clip or not. It can hang. It can be okay. But this is, to me, the one of the more underperforming precision rifles. And it could almost need a little help. I don't think Bungie will do anything with it. I think it's one of those guns that's going to kind of get lost in the void for a little while. I don't know. I'm not super crazy about the Hardline PR. I was somewhere between a C or a B for this gun. Bat, what do you think?
I was a little harsher. I put this guy in C.
Gotcha.
If they put this weapon with a gray tier automatic red dot sight. That would immediately go to B.
Mm-hmm.
The iron sight in itself on this gun is atrocious.
It's atrocious.
It is so bad.
Yes.
I mean, it feels like I'm trying to shoot a plate with a cannon. There's nothing that you can do to make this thing shoot where you want it to go.
Yeah. It struggles.
When I tell you that Traxxas free kit for the skins was the hardest time of my life trying to successfully exfil from a map with this gun, drew me up the wall. I hated running those free kits.
Oh, God.
It's terrible.
They were.
But I will say that I will pick up a hardline with an attachment over an overrun.
Right, okay.
Any day of the week.
Right, yeah.
Which is why I put it in C tier.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it would have been in D.
You have a very compelling argument, and it's kind of like I led with. I'm somewhere at a very low B, probably too generous. It probably really deserves to be in the C tier because of what the other options are out there available. If you give it an AUG, if you give it a decent scope, if you give it a superior barrel, you kind of start being like, okay, I see you hardline. Like, I see you. Like, it can be okay, but it's somewhere at I gave it a B. I think that's very generous. The realistic one is probably more of a C tier. So, Bat. Hit us with the twin tap.
Okay, the twin tap. I have this in B tier.
Okay.
For starters, I have not used this gun more than 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably like the second lowest drop rate that I've seen in this game. I literally never see the twin tap. Ever.
I'd never see it either. It's so rare.
And every time that I use it, I kind of feel like it sits in the exact same spot as the impact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I feel like for me personally, the range is struggling. Close range is struggling. If it's mid-range, yes, this thing is going to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very, 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 very rare that I am in that situation when that gun is in my hands. So I put it in B tier strictly for that reason.
Little fresh reminder, everybody. If we put a gun in the B tier, like it's good. Like it's still like B tier. We're not saying, oh man, it's B tier. That's not like B tier's good. Like if your favorite gun that you think is S tier and we've said it's in the B tier, B is fine. B is still great.
'Cause, I mean, I would still grab the twin tap versus a hardline.
Yeah.
Which is why it's above a C tier.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking twin
tap. That was
a
lot of like how I put this together, because I'm looking at what I put in S and then what I put in A. Okay, it's not that bad. Shouldn't be in C. But it's not an A. That's what I did.
Nice, buddy. Good feedback. We got a little bit of a discrepancy, but we're not far off from each other. I put the twin tap in A tier. And I'm almost, and you almost swayed me to go down to a B because of the fact of you can't find it.
It's never available, ever.
You just can't find it. And my sample size is very limited, but in my experience, when I did use the twin tap, I liked it. I liked the fa-fow, 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 fa-fow. I enjoyed that. Felt good to me. I can poke really good with this gun. If somebody like the Strider. Like the hardline, it's a precision. If somebody closes the distance, you're cooked. If you can play range with it, I had a lot of fun with this gun, and it was a pleasure. And it just it kind of jingled the bells when I did get to use it. But again, back coming in there with the B tier, we're still in the same realm of like we we like the gun, we don't dislike the gun. I think if anything, he's got a good case where it could be at the B tier, just the beer, just because you can't find it, it's so rare.
It's never of it ever.
Yeah.
And I do want to kind of throw in, like, I also went into this thinking, like, if this is the only weapon that I brought, I don't have a secondary.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
So,
I like that.
If I'm just stuck with the twin tap,
Right. Yeah.
So, that's also that was in the back of my head when I was making this too.
Great feedback, man. The repeater HPR. Oh boy, I might shake it up. Is it your turn?
I have a feeling. Yeah, my turn.
All right, give it a go. What's your thoughts on the repeater HPR?
For Batman, that gun's dookie, dude.
Dookie, he says.
Sucks. I hate it. Dude, I cannot use this gun to save my life. Doesn't matter what attachment I put it on. Doesn't matter what map I'm in. I go to fire this thing, and it goes, dunk, and I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm pulling the trigger, dunk, and I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm pulling the trigger, dunk. I hate it. It's so bad in my hand. And I know that other people can use it, and it's good, but at a gray gun, I hate it.
It's the gray tier version of it is atrocious.
It's so bad.
It's bad. I am not. We've got a slight discrepancy, but I'm not far off from you. I gave the repeater. I put it in the C tier. I'm just ultimately with you. This gun just does not feel good in my hands. Neither. It's too slow. It's fack. And I don't think the damage is there for it shooting that slow. Because like if I'm contesting, I'm not going to beat somebody with a sniper. I might can slightly contest, but they better suck with their sniper, and I better be on it with my aim to compete. I like my odds better with a volley rifle. I like my odds better with a Strider or in a twin tap than repeater. I don't even like. I know we're kind of being cautious with gold variants. I don't even like the gold variant of this gun. I don't even like the gold attachment where it because here's the problem. Yeah, it makes it to where when you hit shots, it go boom, 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 like it can ramp up. In a very niche scenario, that could be good. But I don't care. But here's the problem. You can't put a scope on it. Like if you use the gold version, like if you put that gold attachment that makes the fire rate ramp up, you can't put a sight on it. You're using an iron sight. That's garbage. That's actually garbage. Somebody with a base gray long shot is gonna cook you on perimeter. They're gonna say thanks for the donation. Yep. They're going to cook you. I don't like this gun. I think a C is generous. I think this gun could use some help. And I wish I could give better feedback on how can we help this gun. I think a good starting place would maybe be, if you're not going to touch the rate of fire, make it hit even harder. Or if you want to leave the damage the same, maybe dial back the damage just a slight bit and make it shoot a little bit faster. I don't know. I think you should, for the gold mod on it, I don't like to get into gold because golds are wild, but make it to where you can at least, if you're going to give it a gold mod, make it to where you can at least put an AUG on it or like some kind of scope, because that's what that gun is. It's a DMR. It's a precision rifle. That's insane to me that the gold variant denies you a scope. That's actually kind of insane to me. I don't like this gun.
No, it's bad.
Okay, all right. The V66 Lookout. I'm gonna kick us off with this one.
I'm gonna wait for this one.
Oh, baby. Here might be one of my hot takes. I love the V66 Lookout. I gave this gun a A tier. I didn't put it, I thought about being S just to be funny, but I really sat back in my chair and I was like, no, this gun is not meta. This gun is not an S tier gun. Calm it down, old town. Calm it down. Don't let your emotions get to you. I have developed a relationship with the V66. I've got some fun clips on TikTok and YouTube shorts of me getting some pretty sick shots and downs with the V66. This is a gun I always get excited about when I see it. I think this gun is slept on. I think it's underrated. I feel confident. I feel like I can contest snipers a little bit. Not to I'm still going to be at a disadvantage contesting a sniper with the V66, but I just love pew, 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 pew. I don't know what it is about that gun, dude. I love it. It's another gun. I mained triage this season. It feels good on triage. If you crack a shield, it EMPs them. It disrupts them. That always was nice. I think it has a lot of battery. This is a gun like you don't have to bring a lot of ammo for it because it does shoot kind of slow, but not slow as the repeater. But you don't burn through ammo fast with this gun. Like you don't. I'm having trouble finding the words here, but like it hits surprisingly decently hard for the ammo economy of it. I love the pew pew pew. I love the way this gun shoots. I think that's going to be one of my spiciest takes because I feel like that's a very I feel like most people would put the V66 and the B tier, maybe even some would say the C tier. But I dig this gun. It's one of my personal niche. It's one of my niche guns that I grew to love. I got it in the A tier. I love the V66 Lookout.
Before I say anything, I just wanted to expand. So like what he's talking about, I believe.
So like in the time that it would take you to use 3 of the volt cells, it would take somebody 4 seconds to use 4 stacks of heavy ammo with the bully. Is that what I'm kind of understanding? Like it would take you a lot longer to use the volt ammo in that thing than it would to use 4 stacks of 60.
Precisely, exactly. Like you're gonna burn as much as I love the bully. Like I burn, especially if I've got a nano suppressor and I'm shooting more comfortably, more freely with it. I burn through ammo, burn through heavy with the bully SMG. The V66, I usually only bring about 2 stacks of 3. With the VC, like it's the ammo economy, 10 out of 10 for what it can actually do, and you can free
and if you're
up
standing up, running. It's going to recharge those batteries.
It has a surprisingly decent hit fire too. It's surprisingly okay hit fire. But yeah, like one of my favorite builds this season was the bully SMG as my primary and the V66 as my secondary. Love this gun. What you think?
Okay, boys and girls. This is the moment.
Uh-oh.
When I test friendships.
Okay, let's hear it.
I got that gun in D tier, boy.
In what tier?
I got that in D tier, dude.
No!
I cannot stand that weapon. Oh my god. Every time I have that gun, I die.
Not the
Every
Dookie!
single time. I've never exfilled with one.
Oh no.
Ever.
Never exfilled with
in
one.
3 months, not once have I ever
gotten even close to exfilling with that gun in my hands.
So we are.
It's atrocious.
I had a feeling when I made this list that I kind of circled that one. I was like, I think that's going to be the spicy take. And it seems like that has been so we're in you're in right field and I'm in left field when it comes to this gun.
Yeah.
So we've had, to say the least, we've had very different experiences with this gun. So I think this gun is volatile. I would be, please let us know in the comment section. Send us fan email. What do you think about the V66? I would love to hear what's the community consensus on this gun. So,
Dookie.
A tier. And it's one of those things, like I could see, like, like Dookie, like you've had a bad experience with it, but I could see somebody being like, it's all right, it's okay. That one I think is wild. That one's just personal, and ultimately all of these guns are subjective and personal experience, so that was fun there.
This is a personal weapons tier list. This is Batman's tier list. That is Chase's tier list. So that, for me, it's a D tier.
Right.
For him, it's A.
That was fun.
That's what
right
you're
there.
Here for.
That's what, dude. I'm happy we had one that was like that drastic. That was fun. Okay.
I've been looking at it and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a good one.
I think you did that on purpose. I was just kidding. You know how much I love that gun. That's funny, dude. I love it. I'm here for it, man. All right, Bat, lead us off. We are moving to shotguns. Kick us off with, no pun intended, with the WSTR Combat. Oh, I can't wait to hear what you've got to say, because this gun has a history in season. This gun has got quite the paper trail in season 1 of Marathon. But what is your thoughts on as it stands right now? And you can feel to talk about other time periods, but where is this gun for you on May 31st, 2026?
As it stands right now, B tier.
Okay.
There are 2 reasons. One, I don't like this gun.
Mm-hmm.
2, it sells for a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's in B tier. Just for the credits.
Just for the credits. I sold a lot of them,
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I like
every time I get one, I sell it. I do not use this gun unless I have to. But I'd still take it over a hardline.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Fair. Makes total sense.
Now, pre the nerf, I'd say it was A tier. Not S, but A.
Interesting. Very good. Very good. Great feedback. I am also as of May 31st, 26, I am also at a B tier for the WSTR Combat Shotgun. However, this gun has quite the history. It has been nerfed twice. It has been, I'm going to say that again. It has been nerfed twice since the launch of Marathon. The first month of season 1, before it caught that initial nerf, this gun was S tier. It was way over. Like, even before I started watching YouTube videos, like, even I was noticing, ooh, this gun's hot. This gun is doing way more than it should. The aim assist on it was absolutely insane. The cone, it had like a super like forgiving cone. I'm not, I need to expand my knowledge on talking about like Pacifics and sandbox weapons, but like its cone was like very forgiving.
Oh, it's spread rate.
Yeah, the spread. Now it's more of a cleanup gun. It used to be you led with this gun. You chose Destroyer or Vandal, and you just go the you-know-what in, and
Bum
just
rush.
you were dropping gold. You were dropping purple shields
Purple shields.
with the
easily.
WSTR. Like I like it. This gun was, in my opinion, S tier at the beginning of Marathon Season 1.
And we're talking 2 shots.
Two
Purple
shots.
shield dead.
And then to me, that alludes to it caught 2 nerfs. That's how strong it was. I got some spicy downs with this thing before, like I was like, ooh, like even I knew this thing was good, but quite the history, and we've talked about this gun. We even have an episode called Waster Wasted. Like we have talked about this gun a lot, so this gun's had quite the history. Will be interesting to see yet again what do they do with it going forward. I think it's in a spot of where it should be, a double barrel. Shouldn't really be a gun you lead with. Like now it can, like even if you fully connect the shots on somebody that's full health of the blue shield, you won't down them. You'll have to either melee them or you'll have to clean them up with your second weapon. So I think it's in a pretty solid place right now, but we shall see. No, actually it's my turn. The next shotgun on the list, the Mizraya 2442. So it used to be when the Waster was in its prime, this gun was the little brother to it. That has changed. The thing that holds the Mizraya back, for me, for putting it, I was tempted, spoiler alert, I was tempted to put the Mizraya in S tier. But there was something that was kind of holding it back for me. You can't find it. It's so it's another one of those guns, man. You just can't find them hard. Like you gotta go kill somebody in Cryo Archive to get a Mizzy. But with all that being said, I put the Mizraya in the A tier. I love this gun. I think it does exactly what you would kind of hope a shotgun would do. It has dude, you can put attachments on it to make it shoot. Like, dude, I don't like talking golds, but the gold version of the Mizzy where you can like where it can shoot real fast, is
If you
deadly.
have a gold on there, no one's touching you.
If you're good at closing the distance with the Mizzy and you got that gold, like it's unstoppable. I played a game yesterday and he actually got kind of mad. It was me and Atlas, and he kind of had a moment. He was complaining. He's like, oh my God, the Mizzy, they've got to tone that gun back. It's too strong. I disagree. I do not think the Mizzy is too strong. I think the Mizzy is fine for what it does. Like if you leave me unchecked and I close the distance with you, with the Mizzy, I think I should be rewarded for putting you in the dirt with a shotgun if you allow me to get close to you. I love this gun. I think it's fine. I'll be curious to see what direction Bungie wants, where they think it's at. I would almost be a little interested in if they want to slightly dial it back just a little bit. Please don't kill it. But make it more accessible. Make it to where it's just we see it more often. What's your thoughts on the Mizzy?
Okay. My Mizzy is S tier.
Let's go. Love it. Love it.
Now, I will say that I completely agree with everything that you just said. Rightfully, it should be an A tier. Definitely better than the Waster, but it's not a guaranteed kill.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think any gun ever should be.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's why
as
the
far as
Waster.
drop rates-
I'm gonna interrupt you just for a brief second.
Yeah.
That's why the Waster got wasted. Why it got
Exactly.
It was dang near a guaranteed kill in its initial month 1 phase.
Yeah. If you killed somebody, if you managed to kill somebody in the first month, they had a Waster in their bag.
Yep.
There wasn't a single person playing this game that didn't have a waster in their bag. Period. It was in everybody's loadout, which is why I hated it. Which is why I had it at S tier or A tier originally, because I don't like playing meta if the meta is game breaking. It irritates me so much.
Right. Metas can be very frustrating, for sure.
Yeah. But the Mizraya, the spawn rate is absolutely atrocious. I still see them more than several of these other weapons that I've talked about. But I will say that I didn't start seeing those drop until late, like early third month. I was seeing them more often then. I had one that I took off a guy week 1, and it was in my vault for 2 months.
Right.
I took it into Outpost on many runs, and it was the reason that I left every single one of those games. I feel very confident when I take a Mizraya into any fight. Does it mean I'm going to win? No. But I love this gun.
There's something to be said. It's just one of those guns that I like how you said, this gun feels good and I love it. That was me. The few times I got to use it, I just got giddy when I equipped it.
So good.
It feels
I will say
so
that
good.
the fire rate is slow. I wish it had just a hair more on the trigger, but it's not a guaranteed kill, which is why I think it's really good, because you have to play it almost tactically, not as much as the waster now, but it feels right where it's supposed to be, in my opinion. It's not a guaranteed kill, but it is darn good.
You can't lead with the waster no more, but you can still, in certain scenarios, you can lead with the Mizzy.
Yeah.
And then ask questions later. And then if you miss a few shots or whatever and you run out and you need to reload, swap to that bully real quick, finish them off. Like, you can lead with the Mizzy.
And I want to say that, like, with purple attachments, and I can say this confidently, it has one of the highest credit values in the game.
Oh, God, it does,
like,
yeah.
One of the up there. I think it's like 8,000.
Matt, this next one's gonna be tough. Talk to us about this one's gonna be tough. Talk to us about the V85 circuit breaker.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I've got this in C2.
Okay.
I'd rather not touch it if I didn't have to, but I wouldn't say that it's dookie. I've had very, very little time with this weapon, but every time I've used it, it has just left me lacking.
Yeah.
I do not feel good with the gun. I do not feel it. I don't think I've ever gotten a down with this gun. The charge rate, I think, is rough. The spread is rough. I like that you can shoot through a bubble with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
I did not know that.
You can shoot through the glass that you can't shoot through. That is a gun you can.
What?
That's why it's called the circuit breaker. Because it can go through certain things that you shouldn't be able to go through.
Well, hot dang, I did not know that.
Yeah. So, like, if we were in cryo, and we were in one of those little rooms off to the side that has, like, the BioLens seed, little loot boxes, those typically have one window that is the non-breakable window. If somebody comes around the corner and has a breaker, it's very possible we're going to die.
You're right. I wish I could have.
Even if they don't even come in the room.
I'd never even ran into that scenario. Like, that's crazy. If that's true,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, I've watched multiple videos on it. It's
Holy crap.
nuts.
So,
Now,
go
I
ahead.
don't know if that's a gold mod, but I'm pretty sure that that's base weapon. Like, I'm pretty sure that that's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
So take that with a grain of salt.
Sure. I'll go ahead and lead. I'm not too far off from him. He gave it a C. I'm not too far off. I see potential
Nicer.
with this gun. I was a little nicer. I gave it a B. It reminds me of a fusion rifle from Destiny, but it's not quite to that level quite yet. I like how I love fusions, especially on a Titan in Destiny. But you could see where your shots were going. You could see the projectiles, and you could kind of make micro adjustments in a fight of like if you were to miss or whatever. And then you practice enough with it, you knew where your shots were going. I notice I can't see where my shots are going with the Mizzy. I mean, excuse me, lol. The circuit breaker. This is a gun that I want to see it more. I've got the sample size is so incredibly. I almost don't even feel comfortable giving it a rating just because I just barely got to use it because I never saw it. I did have the schema for it, and I let that get by me all season. Like I had the schema for it all along, but there's a problem, Bat. It was 15 grand. 15 grand.
Multiple.
So I only got to use this gun twice, 2 matches. Like he said, I I never got a down with it. But I did fight some bots with it, and I don't know. I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you, V85 Circuit Breaker. I'm curious to see what you do in Season 2. And I'm curious to see if Bungie does anything to you. And I'm curious to see if they make it appear more often. I got my eye on you, Circuit Breaker. I got my eye on you. All right,
I wonder how good that would be.
What's that?
If you could bubble one of the wardens and then have all your people just shoot through the bubble. Because he can't hit you.
Yeah, you might have just been the first to discover the new meta for Season 2.
I could see that being a reason to take it in, like if you're just hunting wardens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just thought of that.
Food for thought.
Interesting.
All right, Bat, let's migrate into sniper rifles. You led with the circuit breaker, so I'll lead with this one. The first one, so we both agreed so we have a standard, right? I think we have a standard except for precision rifles, but so far every category except for precision rifles, we've had a standard. Did you give an S? Yeah, you did. No, you did. You gave the volley rifle an S.
Oh yeah.
So
S for precision.
So kind of speaking for both of us, we had a standard for precision rifle. You said the volley. We have the standard for shotguns. We both agreed it's the Mizzy. It was the Waster, but now it's the Mizraya. The standard for SMGs was the Bully, and the standard for ARs is the M77. So we got snipers here. We're gonna start. I'll start us off with the long shot. I gave the long shot an A tier. It's snipers, man. People discovered really quickly in Marathon, especially around the first month of the game, how before thermal rarity got nerfed, people were figuring out just how strong snipers with thermals were, and they just dominated Dire Marsh and dominated perimeter. And for a while, the long shot with a thermal is what everybody using, despite the fact that you can't hardly find thermals anymore. The long shot still holds its own so well in Dire Marsh and especially perimeter. It's meta. A sniper is meta on those two maps. I have made the statement in the past. I don't remember if it was on podcast. I think it was. It was episode 7 with Atlas. You could go back if you want to keep the receipt on me, any of the listeners. I'm 99% sure I made this statement. I said in episode 7, if you now queue at the state of the game right now, as of that recording, If somebody on your team doesn't have a sniper, you are at a disadvantage on those two maps.
Yep. You did say that.
Everybody started gearing the crap up. Snipers, interestingly enough, I find it interesting. Snipers are actually very easy to come by, but you can't find a circuit breaker or a twin tap or a Mizzy hardly anywhere. But yet snipers are like everywhere. And therefore, I think that's why we entered that meta, because of just how accessible they were. I would like for Bungie to, if you're a sniper, this is going to burn your ears a little bit. Apologies in advance. I like snipers too, and they actually started growing on me the more I got to using them. They feel good, especially on those two maps. But I'm not a super big sniper guy. I'm more of an in-your-face mid-range guy, and snipers were so accessible. I would be a little interested in seeing Bungie dial that back a little bit in Season 2. Make snipers a little harder to come by, but we'll see what I'm okay with whatever direction they decide to go. That's just personal. I'd like to make it a little bit harder to come by a sniper, but snipers are the unquestioned meta in Perimeter Dire Marsh. I feel like you are at a literal disadvantage if you don't have one. I give the long shot an A tier. I think it accomplishes the task exactly what the gun archetype was designed to do.
I also gave the long shot an A rank. One of the things is you do see this gun more than most. But one of the nice parts about the long shot is it has its own loot pool where you can get it, not guaranteed, but a very, very small, I want to say it's like 1 every 3. If you kill a sniper UESC, you have a really good chance of this thing dropping. So you have an enemy that drops this gun frequently, which is really nice. The only thing that I can say about it is I don't like how many shots it takes for me to down somebody. I wish it hit a little bit harder, but with the other snipers, it makes sense. One of them's got to be lesser, right?
Agreed. Yeah, I think
so. The long shot that you see more often is going to hit a little less hard.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It does, I think what you do get, it doesn't hit as hard, but you got a faster fire rate with it. So you can clean up with it a little bit easier if somebody's already hurt. So, yeah, I completely agree with you on that. So we both had that A.
In a game where, people are pretty much constantly peeking, it can be very challenging to get a down with a long shot because they pop out, you hit them, they pop back in.
Mm-hmm.
So those cleanup shots are not as consistent as or easy as they are with the other weapons.
For sure. All right, moving to the next one. Bat, hit us with the Outland. The Outland sniper rifle.
That's an S tier, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that gun all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I will say that the first 2 months, I never saw this gun.
Agreed.
Ever.
Agreed.
The last month, I couldn't stop seeing this gun. It was everywhere.
Because of carry.
I'm talking Perimeter, Dire, Outpost, Cryo. Everywhere. But the how hard this gun hits is so good.
This is the Barrett. This is the Barrett 50 cal of Marathon.
Yeah. That's actually a really good comparison. I would say that the Outland is the Barrett, and the long shot would be the Intervention.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you would need that cleanup shot with the Intervention.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't necessarily need them as much with the Barrett. The Outland also sells for more, which for somebody like me that was trying to go for Profiteer is great. So if I had extra room, I'd pick it up just to sell it if I didn't want to keep it in my vault. because I knew I was gonna find another one somewhere the last month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every time I hold that gun, I feel really good with it.
Agreed. Well
I
said.
feel like if I'm at a distance, I'm gonna have a really, really good shot at performing well in a fight.
I don't
Long
think it.
shot, not as much.
Agreed. I also gave the Outland a S tier. This gun is the standard for sniper rifles. It almost feels oppressive. That I know that's buzzwords. The Outland almost. I think it's poking that bear of being oppressive. It's so strong. It hits so hard, and it actually has a pretty decent. It's not as slow as you would for the way it hits. You would think it would shoot even slower, but it actually has a spooky, decent fire rate.
Being back to back.
It is. Like the long shot shoots faster, but Buddy the Outland's not far behind it.
You can tell that it's the rifle. What do they call that? The crap. The one where it's a bolt. You can tell it's a bolt, but it's a fast bolt. You know.
Now, which gun now are you trying to refer to?
The Outland.
Yeah.
It's a bolt. It's a bolt sniper rifle.
Okay.
But it's a fast bolt.
Yeah,
you're slamming that thing.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Bungie dials back how fast this thing shoots in Season 2. Wouldn't surprise me.
Probably wouldn't feel as oppressive if they did.
Yeah, this thing, it's the standard. There's this guy I watch on TikTok. His name's Mike Drop 1989. I'm constantly watching shorts of him just smoking people on perimeter with this gun. I have watched Fallen bring people to their knees with the Outland. I fooled around with it towards the end. It's so good, man. Now, obviously, you got to hit your shots. But we are assuming you can hit your shots. We're making that assumption. This gun, it's almost oppressive. It's really good. It's the standard. What do you think about the V99 channel rifle?
You're starting.
I'm starting. I've got the E tier, unknown. I never got to use this gun. I never used this gun. This is this is the only gun I never used.
In the game.
Okay, I take that back. There is one other. We'll get to that at the very end. There is one other, but it's one of the two guns I never used. So I'm going off of what I've seen. The answers vary. I'm going to say it's also an A tier because it has this, it has the ability to charge up and have like a really powerful shot. I still would feel I like my odds better with an Outland from what I've seen, but from what I've seen, the channel rifle, it's fine. It's deadly too.
I've got this in C tier.
Ooh, okay. Discrepancy.
I'm gonna say that the only reason that I would have this gun in my vault is with the intention to sell it.
Right. Take the credits, baby.
Literally, I have used this gun. I do not like this gun. If you do not have time to charge the shot, and I tested this, it takes 4 consecutive shots to kill a blue shielded UESC. That's atrocious.
That actually is atrocious. That's making me consider my answer.
God awful.
Yeah.
I have had several shots where when it was charged it was good, but not nearly enough on a consistent basis.
That's one I had a hard time with. I just haven't used it. I don't know. I just literally have not used it.
I would put it in D tier, but I've picked up so many of these that are $8,000 to sell. It has some value.
And it's also one
Even
of those
if it's
guns.
not using it.
Facts. Yeah.
You know?
I do fully agree with you there. Yeah. It's another gun. You hardly ever saw it though. It's rare.
No, I think I've seen maybe 6 in 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. Bat, we're gonna ramp it up a little bit more because we're sitting at it's hard to believe we've been talking for this long. We're at an hour and 44. I've only got about a little over 2 hours left of the service I provide to upload to all of our sources. So I was like, oh crap, I better speed this up a little bit. Unfortunately, Bat, as much as this breaks my heart, we actually literally are not gonna have time to tell our war stories. Maybe we will if we go a little faster. Maybe we will. But all right, let's move on to LMGs. Bat, kick
We
us.
can move through this one quick.
Yeah, we'll go a little quicker. Bat, kick us off with the Retaliator LMG.
A tier.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
I'll take it if I have it. Really good for ad clearing. I've always felt very strong about it. I've not felt very confident without attachments going into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But strictly on ad clear, if I'm taking it for that sole purpose, I would put it in an A tier.
Awesome. A slight discrepancy. I've got the Retaliator in the B tier, but remember, B tier's fine. B's fine. B's good. I think the Retaliator is steady Eddie, rock solid. I realized, thanks to Atlas Forged, I failed to realize all this time I have not been using the shield on LMG.
Oh yeah, it has a shield.
You got to push a button, and I have not been pushing that button, but now I know. Push button.
The shield is good, but only once you engage in a fight. I will say that if you're like trying to spot someone across the map or like see if people are running around, do not have that up because it's such a visual target. It's way worse than a sniper rifle's glint.
I get that.
It stands out so bad.
I agree with you. It does stand out really bad.
But if you face it, good luck.
Yep.
Those shields are a nightmare to go past.
Yeah, a lot of times it's the difference if you win a gunfight or not. It can sway the fight. I really like the Retaliator. It's very easy to come by. It's cheap. It's always the free weapon of the day from like Arachne. It's just they're everywhere and it's reliable. You can tell the damage is a little lacking on it, but it has such a big clip on it, like a drum mag. It can just shoot. You can hold lanes with the Retaliator in cryo and outpost. You can hold chokes. It's just I love the gun. I could easily make it an A. I gave it a B, but I'm somewhere at an A or a B. I love the Retaliator. So, all right, the Demolition HG. This is a little more of a niche gun. It uses heavy rounds. It's slower fight. It's got a slower rate of fire, but it hits a lot harder than Retaliator. If you play kind of back with it and don't let enemies... if enemies close the distance with you with a shotgun, an LMG, quite frankly, even like an M77, like an AR, you're cooked. But if you can play that weird medium range, almost a little bit outside of medium range, with the and you'll boom, 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 and you can just pepper them. It can be good. I gave it a B, because I think it's a little nichey, and I honestly like the Retaliator more. The Retaliator, even though I gave it a B, it's my favorite. Spoiler alert of all the LMGs. So. The Demolition, it's okay. It's fine of what it's trying to accomplish. I would suggest putting attachments on it that ramp up the rate of fire or increase the the drum mag on it. But it's okay. It's fine. It's just a little more niche than Retaliator.
Demolition, ironically, starts with the letter that it belongs in, and that's D.
Ah, D.
It's
okay. Big difference. Okay.
I will absolutely leave this gun on the ground.
All right.
Hate
okay.
it. And another thing, not only just from the firing, with it being such a niche weapon, and I completely agree. Another thing for me is price. A gray one is like 1.6. I can get so many more like valuable loots or valuables in a match that take up 2 slots. That thing takes up 8.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
point.
not gonna waste that for potentially 6,000 less dollars. So I will absolutely pass on that weapon. I don't like shooting it. I don't like trying to play that niche. It's not my play style. I would only pick it up if I was desperate for credits, and that would be desperate. So for me, it is Dookie.
Dookie. That we've only had 2 weapons that we were pretty far apart on. That was the V66 Lookout and the Demolition. I don't feel that strongly about it, but I do wholeheartedly agree with you on several things you said.
Yeah.
Price, how many slots it takes. You brought some really good points to the. You argued Dookie tier very well. You stated your case well. I really can't. I got no rebuttal really for anything you said. They close the distance on you. You're cooked. You're just dead. You're just dead.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. You're just dead.
It has to be in that exact niche at that exact play style in that exact moment. It's so specific.
Yeah. If you can create those scenarios and set yourself up positioning and decision making in those scenarios, you'll be all right with it. B tier. But anything outside of that, I actually am with him. Dookie. Dookie outside of anything of that.
I see that gun, I go,
whoa. Bat, what do you think about the Conquest LMG?
Ironically, it also starts with the same letter as the tier that it belongs in. C. Now, I have several points. This is one of the only gold weapons that I'm going to bring up. The gold Conquest, if you have that weapon, keep it in your vault. If you ever plan on going against the compiler.
Right.
I have seen so many videos of people talking about this is the weapon you need. Do not take anything else. It has to be the gold Conquest.
Interesting.
The ramp up and pretty much infinite belt is insane.
Dang.
The base version, I hate it.
Yeah.
Thing sucks. The only reason that it is not in D tier is the exact opposite reason that Demolition is in D tier. It's price. That thing sells for a lot of money. If I see a Conquest, I'm picking it up.
Yeah, because of the credits.
Yep.
It's funny, I played on that.
Go ahead.
I did that a lot too. Sorry to cut you off. I did that a lot too. Sometimes I would pick the gun up to sell because I'm like, I ain't gonna use this thing. And that was one of mine, by the way. I would pick up the Conquest to sell.
I literally only have it in C because it starts with C, and I sell it for credits with start with C. Like it lines up so perfect. But yeah, like its value makes sense to hold it in as many slots as it takes up in the backpack versus what the Demolition would. So that's why I have that there.
Great feedback. I also gave the Conquest LNG a C tier. I think it's the little brother. I don't like okay. I'll rest my case on this. I actually kind of dig the Conquest in PvE. I hate the Conquest in PvP. That's a good standpoint. The milliseconds for that gun to ramp up, somebody's done depleted your shield with a bully. Somebody's
taken half your life.
They've done took half of your shields, if not all your shields, away with an M77 or a volley rifle. Or even a retaliator. You've done took too much damage before. Like you almost have to hide, just shoot a wall, and then loop around. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
You know,
Literally.
now, if you can create the scenario where you can ramp it up, it's good. It's really good. But I just, this gun is not, it's not reliable. It's not consistent. It's niche. I think it hits hard. I like how it hits. And I actually like how it feels for what it does. I just, C tier, I don't like it at all for PvP. I'm actually kind of scared with this weapon. I've lost a lot of fights in PvP trying to make this gun work. It takes too long. Those seconds, that 1 second, 2 second, when you see somebody, it's too precious. And that's what it takes to ramp this gun up.
I would take a B-22 over Conquest any day.
Yeah. I'm just not super crazy. The Retaliator, in my opinion, is the standard, and even it doesn't. It's not like S tier or anything, but I dig it for how as accessible as it is and everything. I like the Retaliator the most. So, okay. We're coming up close. We're getting closer to the end. We're gonna move into rail guns, and we'll start with the Ares RG. This was hard for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put these two together: the Ares RG and the V00 Zeus RG. I don't like these things. I have a relationship with these guns, kind of like you have the Waster. I've been killed a lot by these things. And then it feels worse because I feel like I can't use them, but I'm constantly getting cooked by them, and that's not a good feeling. Kind of comparing to your WSTR, like you didn't use it much, but everybody had it and you were getting cooked with it a lot. I gave both of these guns a B tier. I tried to keep my head straight. I try not to let my emotions get in the way. Even though I can't use it, I see the gun for what it is. It's a me problem. These guns, one of them's been nerfed a little bit. They were hitting a little bit harder, but I still think they do if you can hit with them, they do the job very well. They hit like a truck. A little niche, but if you've got good aim, you can absolutely make these rail guns work. I have been dropped so many times by them. There is a glint. Like, I know when somebody's using one because there's like this gold, yellow
very
glint.
Noticeable.
It's actually pretty noticeable. I think snipers are better, especially on Dire Marsh and Perimeter. But these things have a place, an outpost, when you kind of get to fighting them. Not super long ranges, but you're definitely out of AR and especially SMG range. These things have a place. These rail guns. So I'm not crazy about them, but I'm not going to let my emotions get in the way because I know what they're capable of. I gave them both the B tier.
Okay. I put them both into C tier.
Okay.
Strictly for credits. I will never attempt to use either one of these guns again.
I sell them all the time, too.
Their hitbox is so unforgiving. It's a needle. You have to hit your shot.
You have to hit it. Yep, you do.
If you miss, that's game over. If somebody else is looking at you with one, that's game over.
Yeah,
you're done.
Yeah.
But both of these weapons, I know that the Zeus, if it has a God forbid you have a gold attachment for it, that's 9K.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
For one weapon, 9K all day long.
They are so expensive. I got excited when Arachne would give them to me for packages for leveling up because I'd be like, so yay, credits.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
The Ares also, I think it's 8K.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the Zeus, the Ares, and the V-channel rifle. They're all in the 8K range. They're my absolute. If I see them, I don't care what else I'm dropping. I'll go the rest of the game without heals. If I can make it out with 8K from a gun, I'll do it.
Yeah, they were the money.
I'll sell
They were
that
one
thing
of the
when I
big,
get back.
well said, Bat. They were some of the big money makers for me. I sold them. I hardly ever held on to them. I just sold them. So,
But I'll never shoot one.
I am open to giving these another shot in season 2 because I have seen what they can do. So, all right, we are almost at the 2-hour mark, my man. But thank goodness, because we are here at the end. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to share war stories, but we will put a big fat bow tie on everything. So let's go to pistols and sidearms.
Perfect.
I led with railguns. You lead with the Magnum MC.
Okay. The Magnum for me, I'm going to put it in B tier. And this one is very specific, and I'm really, really sorry. I only have this in B tier because it has the unique version of the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The unique version, I would still take other weapons, but it feels really good. In fact, just the other night, I clutched a game because I had that gun.
Nice, you did good.
The baseline gun, I'd probably put it as a C. I don't really want it. I'll probably sell it. But the unique version of that gun is very solid. So that's why I have that one there.
Gotcha. Good feedback, man. You did absolutely clutch up Friday with this gun, and I knew you would, and that's wild to me. That's what you killed that person with was a Magnum. That is wild.
Literally, he went down and he's like, "Nah, Batman will clutch it." And I'm like, and I killed him. I'm like, dude, I need you to know that was so close. You had so much confidence in me, and I was so scared of letting you down.
You did it, though. You did. I knew you would. You clutched.
But
And hey, even if Fallen said it best, even if you'd had 100 health or 2 health, a win's a win. A clutch is a clutch.
Yep.
I am a little bit away from you on this, but that's good that you have that story share. I gave the Magnum MC a C tier. I don't do good with this gun. I kind of do.
It's very rough.
I see it for what it is. It reminds me of the repeater a little bit. It shoots really slow.
Yeah.
And I personally, this might be a hot take, don't even think the damage is there for how slow it shoots. You have to really be on your game with your aim. You have to really hit shots. It's okay. This is an emergency gun for me. I've died. Somebody's took all my gear. There's a Magnum over there in a weapons locker, and I have nothing else. That's kind of one of those guns for me. But though you can make, and that's the truth. That's true for any of these guns. You can make anything work. So I've got that as a C tier, but I'm not too far off from you there.
A lot of these guns don't have uniques, but that one was one that I've used before, so I wanted to give it a little bit of a shout out. Otherwise, I'm literally with you. It's a C.
yeah, for sure. The CE tactical sidearm. I had a hard time with this one. I was somewhere at a C, maybe a very generous B, but I went with a C tier. It can be treated as a good cleanup gun. Like if you've peppered somebody with your M77 or you've peppered somebody with your bully, but you've ran out of shots and you need to reload, and you can swap real fast to the tac sidearm. It can be pew, 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 pew. It can clean up good. It probably honestly is the best cleanup gun because of its rate of firing from the hip than any of these guns. But I don't feel confident giving it a B tier. And I even tried to be fair. Like, I even tried to say, like, is it serving its purpose as a pistol? And I was like, I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. The range is atrocious. The range falls off really, really bad on it. Not super crazy about the tac sidearm. It's okay. It is the best cleanup gun probably of any of them because of its rate of fire. But it's decent. Rooks get it with a suppressor, and it actually feels decent. I will say it feels decent with a suppressor. It's okay. I would be open to giving it a B. but in my experience, I'm going to go with a high C, very low B with it.
Okay, realistically, this is a C weapon. But I actually have it at A.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. The A. Okay.
Now this is very specific. Again, sorry. If you want to take the real one, C. But for me, I will hold on to this weapon until I have all purple attachments on it. This gun wrecks face with all purple attachments.
Interesting.
I took it into cryo Friday, and I downed 2 people.
Wow.
I would have downed the third had I known where he was.
Okay. I should.
You can get.
Maybe I should take
attachments. It's gold.
season 2. Maybe I should take a closer look at this gun with attachments.
Yeah. Baseline, borderline garbage. You get the good stuff on it, that thing wrecks face. And there's not very many guns that I will say that can have that big of a gap. Like, it can't, like, most guns are not absolute garbage until you put those on there, because it changes the game completely for that weapon once you get those attachments on it. It's such a wide range. That's why I wanted to put it at A.
I will be taking a look at that more in season 2 because we had a pretty big discrepancy there. So I'm gonna have to check that out. All right, you lead with the V11 punch.
Okay, hot take. That's S tier.
Ooh.
That weapon costs 50 credits. 50.
Yeah.
Not 500. Not 250. Cheapest gun in the game. I would go into any map straight off the rip with just the V11 punch if I had to.
Interesting. Yes.
I would feel very confident going into almost any fight with a V11 punch.
That's awesome, dude.
Let me tell you something. I don't use charge shots.
I don't either. I don't use charge. I should probably have tried it more, but yeah, I didn't use it either. I am not far behind you. I gave the V11 an A tier. It is the standard for pistols. It is the standard. I love the V11 punch, and I think you made a good case for S tier. It's 50 credits. It's everywhere. They're everywhere. They feel good with suppressors. They hit like it hits like a truck for a free. It hits almost harder than a Magnum. Some don't seem right about that. Some don't seem right about that. It to me,
want the good.
It runs circle. We're fighting 1v1. What do you feel more comfortable with? A V11 or a Magnum?
A V11 all day long.
All day long. Okay.
All day long.
I rest my case, Your Honor. It's the standard. It's just so good. I mean, I've peppered people with this gun from ranges that pistols should not be hitting. I think this gun actually, don't quote me, be easy on me, community. I'm not for sure. I think this gun got a nerf somewhere in the middle of the season. I don't quote.
I think you did.
I think it caught a little nerf because it was overperforming just a little bit. This gun, even with the nerf, it's still good. I love the V11 punch. So you can make a very good case that this is S tier. I gave it an A. I think for a pistol, it's absolutely amazing. We are at the very end, folks. We have 2 final weapons that I have in the exotic category. We have the biotoxic disinjector and the knife. I'll start with the knife. The knife is the knife. I love the knife. I've got the knife in A tier, and I was tempted before the nerf to put it in the S tier because they nerfed a lot of, like, they nerfed the damage. I think they nerfed the aim assist on it. Like the knife caught a nerf like a month ago. But the knife is still the knife. It's good if you've got that upgrade from Arachne to get it to tier 3. It cooks. It's so good. It's a bot decimator, especially the tier 1 UESC. That's what I use to not be detected by real players. That's what I use to try to keep quiet. The knife is goated. Absolutely love it. The biotoxic disinjector, this is a hard one for me. I never saw it. I never used it. And nobody ever used it against me. Nobody ever shot at me with it. I have no encounters with the biotoxic disinjector other than YouTube videos. This gun caught a nerf too, Batman. This gun caught a nerf too. From what I've seen, I'm going to go off the marathon. I'm going to go off the marathon community. Before the nerf, it was a demon.
Broken.
It was broken. But, you could almost argue as it should be because how hard it is to get. What you have to do to get that gun, insane.
Yeah.
Like, getting to the compiler is really difficult. And then you got to kill the compiler on top of that. Yeah. So
I would say that is probably the only gun in the game that was rightfully the way it should have been.
Agreed. Yeah, I like that. I think it's okay that it was broken because it was just so hard to get. And it had its run. From what I've seen, it's been dialed back. I still give it an A tier. I'm going off the marathon community. I think if you've run across, if we would have ever went against anybody with this thing in Outpost or Cryo, I think they would have gave us hell at night. With that thing. That thing looks like a demon.
I might have uninstalled.
It might have uninstalled. That thing looks like that thing looks spooky to go against in chokes.
Yeah. So melee, baby, that's S tier. Even after the nerf, baby, that's S tier. That is my moneymaker right there. I love knifing. It's so good.
Yes.
When you get a clutch and you knifed them, I'm telling you, there is no greater euphoria. Oh, it runs through your entire body. It's so good.
Especially when you get the finisher. Oh, the way you put that knife into their chest. Oh yeah. And you look them in the eyes, be like, "Yeah, boy, I did that." I'm the last thing you see. Go back to spawn.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I am in literally the exact same boat as Old Town with the biotoxic. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never looked at it.
Never looked at it.
Felt it.
Never felt it. Never went against. Hey, never went against it.
So I'm going to put it into the U category for uncategorized. Because I literally don't even have that on my tier list. I didn't even think about it. I forgot the gun existed.
Yeah, for sure.
Period. It's not even in the list. Like in the, I'm on the weapons list going through these so I can visually see them as we're talking about them. It's not even listed.
Yep.
So I forgot.
It's a very rare gun that you own, that really only people in high MMR lobbies saw, because that was the bulk of the crowd that got it. Now, Fallen said he killed the compiler. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. 2 hours we've been talking. He said he's got a compiler kill, so I would assume he's got one. I've never even seen it on his stream. I don't know if he's burned it, if he's used it. I don't know.
I think he probably lost it. I feel like he said that to me once, but I don't want to quote him. I don't want to say that that's fact. I think he had mentioned it, but I don't remember.
Right. Yeah.
I think that people that had that gun and they were loading into a match, I think should have been put into a separate pool for people that had that gun. Period. And I mean from the get-go. If you want to use this gun, you're going to go into matches with other people using this gun. Because it was such a big disadvantage for people going into just a regular match and facing off against that gun.
I don't feel comfortable like you giving an opinion on that because we never used it, never went against it. But from just what I've saw, especially phase 1 of that gun, it was a demon. It was hell at night to go against that thing. So, Bat, that was so fun. It took longer than I anticipated, but that me and you, we're just slow, steady, easy guys, and we just take our time and we just sit back and relax.
To talk about it, man.
We love to talk about it, man. Actually, we went faster than I wanted to. Like we kind of had to ramp it up a little bit because we were just running out of time. This has now officially turned into the longest episode. It keeps getting topped. The episodes keep getting longer and longer, but that was a blast doing that with you, dude. All of our listeners, I hope you enjoyed that. I promise you we'll get to war stories. We'll talk more about everything on the next episode. Probably by the time we come at you all with another episode, it's going to be season 2. So we'll just get right into what's going on in season 2. Stay tuned, everybody. Episode 9 is going to be a banger because that will be season 2 talk. And
get ready for them war stories, boy. Because we gonna have some.
We gonna have some. We're gonna be a little broken and bruised, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy, boy. The stories we will be talking about. Thank you all for listening to Running Out of Breath, Episode 8. I'm your host, Old Town South. You can find me here, on the podcast. You can find us. You can find this podcast on all platforms. Share it with a friend. Share it with an unk like me. Share it with a grandma. Share it with your granddad, whoever, a friend. You can find me on TikTok, Old_Town South, TTV. I've been uploading a lot of funny, goofy shorts on there. You can find me on YouTube, Old_Town South. You can also see I share all kinds of stuff on there as well. We love the feedback. Shoot us fan mail. We would love to read what you have to say. Bat, where can the beautiful audience find you?
Believe it or not, you can still find me on Twitch. 4444. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still there.
Imagine
after all this time, I could probably say you can find me in the podcast. Don't know what that does for you, but I'm here.
But you're here. Hi.
I'm glad to be here. Hi.
Yes. This was a blast, buddy, as it always is. Thank you all, listeners. This has been episode 8 of Running Out of Breath. We'll see you all very soon on episode 9. We'll talk about it. We'll go through the therapy all together from the losses of all that loot that I know we have all experienced. We're all hurting out there. Love you all. Stay classy. Be safe this week. Until next time.
See ya.